So, hello everyone. I've been wanting to do this for a while now, but just haven't really gone into it. I've got these lined up that I want to paint. I've been searching all over YouTube and stuff, trying to find a guide or something. Just some inspiration really on how to paint these up, but I haven't been able to find anything. So I figured I'm gonna try and paint these up, and I'm gonna show you what I end up with, and hopefully it'll be really good. So what I've done is I've based them, and I've just I've used some small rock stone material stuff from like a railroad miniature company. I don't really remember the name. Just glue them on, and base them up. I've based the models with this one, Model Air Mahagony. And what I'm going to try and do is use some masking tape, because I'm going to do this with an airbrush. I recently bought an airbrush, so I'm trying to do all kinds of different things with it, just to try it out and see what I can do with it. I'm going to take this masking tape here, and I'm going to cut it in different shapes and sizes, and trying to get some tiger stripes on these guys. And once I've done that and put them on, I think I'll be using some bone-ish colours or something like that to try and give it a nice colour. And yep, that's basically it. So I'm gonna show you what I'll be doing with this tape here, and I'll probably cut the video and do the rest of it and show you what I've done. So let me just remove this piece of paper, show you my table. So, piece of tape, there you go, and I will cut them like this, for instance. Let me remove this so you can see it. Just like that. And I'll put it on the model somewhere to try and get a nice shape on it. Because I could be doing this with the paintbrush and paints and stuff, but I really want to try and do something different now that I've finally gotten the airbrush. So I realise that not many of you guys have gotten an airbrush, so this is not going to be like a how to paint guide. This is just me wanting to try something out and figuring that I might as well try and put a video on YouTube, because it's about time, really. So there you go. And I'll be doing that all over the model, and I'll see you in a little bit when I've done that. Okay, so this is what I've gotten so far. Took me quite a while actually. I thought it would be faster, but well, this is the result anyway. And I think it'll be good once it's done. The idea is that after I've gone over it with the paintbrush, I'm gonna leave this hair bit dark as well, so that it matches the stripes and stuff. I've been thinking about colour, and I think that I'm gonna go with Zandri dust, Ushabti bone, and screaming skull. It's not really ideal for a paintbrush job, but it's what I've got to work with, so that's what I'm gonna be using. This screaming skull, I might just bring it up with a bit of white in it to make it stand out from the Ushabti bone a bit. And it might sound a bit odd, because I'm going to be doing it lighter from the bottom and then dark on top. Normally you would do it the other way around to show the natural light and stuff, but I'm not really going for the light effect. I'm going for like how the skin is coloured differently. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing for shadows and stuff, but I'll think of something afterwards, after I've done this. I would love to show you when I paint with the airbrush, but I'm afraid that that the spray from the airbrush will get into the camera, and I wouldn't like that. I hope you understand. But I'll be mixing up the paints and putting it on, and then I'll show you the result afterwards. So stay tuned. So I've got the paint on, and let's see what we've got. If we can get it in focus, I guess not. Maybe. There we go. As I said, I would be doing it darkest on the top. But what I'm really anxious about is removing these bits here and seeing what we've got underneath it. And if it succeeded. Come on. There we go. This is quite difficult because I want to do it without ruining the paint. Might need to touch up on the edges there, I can see. But at least I learned something then. Stick the tape on tighter. But lesson learned. Anyway, what I'll be doing afterwards then is I'll be grabbing some of this mahogany and I'll put it on the hair as I described earlier. So let me just peel off this masking tape and I'll come back to you. Just a sec. That's the result so far. As you can see, there are some touch-ups that needs to be done. But I'll go over them with a brush around here. I think my paint was a bit too thin when using the airbrush, but it's a learning process. I'm new to it, so that's something. So let's get on with that. I'll grab my ghetto wet palette, thanks to Ushabti. Actually, he's the guy that kind of inspired me to do this video on my own, so that's nice. Whenever I paint, I usually put on one of his videos and just listen to him go on. So that's nice. I really enjoy that. Obviously I can't right now though, but you should go check it out. He did like a live session yesterday, I think. Just short of 2 hours, but that's really nice if you're into just listening to random stuff when you paint. So I'm using a Model Air colour for this, just to make it match the stripes that I've done. So it's going to take a couple of coats to get a decent coverage, but yeah, it'll be alright. I've not done any Ogre Kingdoms for a long time. I've been doing some Dark Angels and been painting on those for a couple of months, and I just thought that I needed to do something different to not burn out on those, and I found these. I had them laying around. I'd never touched them, so I thought, hey, why not? But I couldn't find any material on YouTube on like inspiration on how to do them, so hopefully this will be useful for someone. And I'm not gonna name this a how-to guide because I know that a lot of you guys don't own an airbrush, so it's just for inspirational purposes. I think you could do this with a brush and some wet blending or something. It's just a lot easier with an airbrush, but I won't get into that. Whoa, shake your hands. Not good. But you get the idea. I'll paint this up and return. And I'm thinking I might need to do some highlighting on the hair with one of the bone colours that I've used. Oh, I've got some music on. I don't know what that is. Sorry, just a sec. Sorry about that. For some reason the radio just went on. I have no idea what that was about. I had turned it off, but apparently not. So what I was saying is I will be using one of the bone colours to touch up on the hair bits, and hopefully it'll be nice. I might show you that on camera, I might not. It depends a bit on how long it takes. So I'll see you in a bit. So this is the result so far. I'm actually really pleased with it. It looks kind of clean. I want to rough it up somehow, but I'm not really sure how yet. Might be with a really thin down wash or something, but I'm not sure yet, so I'll leave that for later. But for now, I am going to be grabbing some Zandri dusts, and I'll be dry brushing just lightly over the fur and stuff. So let's see how that goes. Too much paint on the brush. There we go. That just really helps bringing it all together. I have no idea if you can see what I'm doing. I hope you can. It's kind of an awkward position to be painting from, but I'll manage. I've actually got quite a bit of ogres painted up. I've got like 2,000 points. The only thing that I haven't painted up yet are these ones and my what are they called? The big riding thingies. Mournfang. I haven't painted those up yet. But I heard Warhammer say that he was going to be doing some more Mournfang soon, so I'm just kind of waiting for that. It's always good with a bit of inspiration. It can never hurt. So in hindsight, something I would have done different on this one is the tail. I don't think I would have painted it up in the brown. I would just have left it with the rest of the skin, because it kind of stands out too much, I think. But I might go back and change that later on. I might not, I don't know. We'll see once I put it on the table if it looks weird. Like this though. I don't know if you can see it. Oop. Come on, focus. Yep, there we go. Next up. So I've actually just recently, some months ago, started getting back into this hobby. I did do some painting like 10 years ago on some models, but I didn't play with them. So eventually I burned out and I just didn't want to do it anymore. So I gave it all away to a friend. But luckily he didn't throw it all away, and he kind of got me back into it not too long ago. All I did back then was fantasy though, Warhammer fantasy, and now I've recently started playing 40k as well. I really like the rules of the 40k. I think it's easier to, it's just faster, and the movement phase is more fluid. I like it. I've been wondering if I should get rid of my ogres, but I just haven't been able to because I've spent so many hours painting them, so I don't think I'll be able to detach myself from them. No, I don't think so. I haven't used them though for a while. I've only been doing 40k. There we go. So now what? Now I need to go over the face of these teeth and stuff, and I need to decide on these thingies. I'm not sure if it's a piece of metal or if it's teeth from another Sabretusk or something like that, but I'll have to decide on something there. And then I'll have to base them. Well, I just need to paint the bases to match the current army that I have. But yep, that's it for now. I think the teeth I've painted them up with some Screaming Skull, and I think I'll just give them a quick wash with something. Might be the, what's it called? Agrax, the old, or the new Devlin mud, and see what that does to it. And the same thing with the cloths down here. And yeah, we'll see where it takes us. So I did put some wash in with the teeth and stuff, and I painted up these things on the sides of them to be teeth, and I was hoping that I could just be pleased with the results for now and then be done with it. But what I've come to realize, and I have to accept, is that these are too clean. They are, because if I compare it to the rest of the arm, everything's just really muddied up and lots of washes and stuff. So no, that will not hold. I have to change it up, give it some washes, because otherwise they'll just be standing out as the Sabretusks who just got out of the shower, and that is not what I want for them. I want them to fit in with the rest of the army. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do something with some washes, but I think the Devlin Mud or the Earthshade, I think it's a bit too heavy because there's a lot of smooth surface on this one. So I'm gonna try and take some Agrax Earthshade, and I'll mix it up with I think I'll use some airbrush thinner, because I could use this one, the Lamian medium or whatever, Lamian medium, but I think it leaves the surface a bit shiny. I'm not really sure what it is that it does to it. It's the same thing with the new washes. I will at some point go over the models with some varnish to eliminate that, but it might be months before I do that, so I might as well get rid of the problem for now and use something else. I'm not really sure how the airbrush thinner and the wash is going to react to one another, but I'll try it out anyway, and I'll let you watch while I do it. So Earthshade, let's just take a bit of that. Whoop. Yep. And the thinner. Airbrush thinner. Come on, focus. Yeah, thank you. And a bit of this. Whoops. Well, not a lot actually, because I think I took too much of the Agrax. Still too thick, I think. Because I really don't want this to pool all over the smooth surfaces. I just want it to jump really nice into the little nooks and crannies or whatever. And this should be nice, I think. I hope. Cross your fingers, because I really don't want to do this all over. Yeah, that'll work. That should work really nice. So I'll just go over it with this. You can see it hardly shows, but it does make it all come together kind of nicely. So I'll do that. I've just grabbed the biggest brush that I could. It's a Citadel standard brush, which I think is it's an okay brush, but I think the hairs are too long for me, and they don't stick together to make a pointy end, so I don't use it. I bought it because I thought I would, but I don't. And my main brush is sorry, I'm just rambling, but go with it. Or I don't. I use a Wilson Smith. What's it? Cold Tower series, #1. I use it for basically everything. I have a tiny one for highlights and stuff, but I find that I really don't use it. It's enough with the bigger brush. Just go over with that and be careful instead. I think this is going to be really nice. I was afraid that I was going to ruin it, but I'm liking it so far. So, as you probably noticed by now, I don't have a plan before doing this. I just go in there and see where it takes me, and if I mess it up, I start over. Or I paint something else. I'm not bothered. And this is really nice actually, I like this. I'm not being too liberal with it because it's a really thin mixture, really thin. So I hope I got it all. Don't know if you can see it for the lights, and it might just shine back at you, but it does give a nice bit of shading that I was missing before. So I'll leave this to dry, and I'll come back and I'll show you the results. I might just paint the bases as well, just to get closer to being done. Because who doesn't like just the look of a done finished miniature? Well, I'll be back when it's dry. Thank you. So this is the final result, and I'm actually quite pleased with it. This is just for gaming, so it's a tabletop, and for that I'm really pleased. I ended up going over it with the wash twice actually, because I didn't think it was enough once it dried, and it just wasn't enough. I needed to go over it again. I hope that the colours show properly, because in the meantime it's gone dark here while waiting for the paint to dry, so the colours might not be accurate, but I'm hoping you can see what I've done. If you've got any ideas that I could do with this guy, or that I could have done differently, any tips, tricks, anything, just leave me a comment or send me a message or anything, and I'd love to get some feedback. I think that would be really awesome. I might paint something else up and do a video of it in the future, if there's any interest. I'm not sure it would be fantasy, but I don't know, I might go back and paint some of the Dark Angels that I'm working on. There should be a new codex out next month, hopefully, so I need to do that. I've got some Terminators waiting, and yeah. So I hope you like it. These have just been sitting around for way too long, so I'm happy with that. I've got them done. So anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you so much, and hopefully you'll see something else that I've put together in the future. So yeah, see ya, bye.